What is up, ladies and gentlemen? In today's video, I want to share with you how to do pull-ups, the easiest way to do pull-ups, because I have a lot of clients, or had a lot of clients before I quit personal training at the big box gym, how to properly do a pull-up, right? Okay, there's proper ways to do different types of pull-ups, but in today's video, I'm going to teach you the easiest way to learn how to do a wide grip pull-up. And I'm going to show you two different ways to do it. The first way, you're going to need equipment. You're going to need a resistant band, especially, or one that is going to be very rough, really strong, because you want it to kind of support your weight. And if you don't want to get one, the second method I'm going to teach you is how to do it on a Smith machine, right? All of these are simple ways to learn how to do a pull-up, and I'm going to teach you how to do it correctly with the proper form and whatnot. So let's get right into it, baby. Woo! All right, okay, so how to do the pull-ups with proper form. But first and foremost, even before then, I want to make sure that you have proper mechanics, proper posture. So if you haven't watched my video on how to fix your hunchback posture in 3 steps, you want to make sure you check that out, because in that video I teach you how to mobilize your thoracic spine, how to stretch out your lats, how to stretch out your pecs, your chest, right? Because these muscles get very tight, and if your muscles, these muscles that I've just mentioned, are very tight, it's going to pull you into a kyphotic posture, making the pull-up a very difficult exercise to do. And even if you do it, you're probably using too much of your arms as opposed to your back, and because of that, you're strengthening your imbalances, right? If your lats, which is an internal rotator of the arm, is already too tight along with your chest, you're simply going to be strengthening your rounded back posture, and you do not want that. All right, so make sure you check that video out. I'll teach you how to mobilize your spine and stretch out all the muscles so that your body is nice and upright prior to performing this exercise. So the very first thing I like to do when I'm on the pull-up bar is I like to hang, and then I like to put my shoulder blades in the right position. So notice how I'm kind of tucking my chin forward, pulling my neck forward. I'm kind of opening up the vertebrae in my cervical spine, and I'm just hanging there, right? This is just doing a dead hang, letting everything open up, stretch out. And then from here, I want you to pay very close attention to how I do my pull-up, all right? So right here is when I do a quick setup, right? I'm always talking about the setup. The setup is very important. So watch what I do with my head, all right? I retract my shoulder blades and I tuck my chin in. I want you guys to watch that again, okay? Retract and tuck. So right now I'm in the most optimal position, for me at least, to do a pull-up. Everyone's pull-up is going to look a little bit different. If you can see here, my back is very arched. Naturally, I just have a lordotic posture. My body, like lordosis, as an anterior pelvic tilt. I do a lot of stretching already from hip flexors and my quads, but everyone's going to look a little different depending on how athletic you are, or what your body type is. Everyone's pull-up is going to look a little different, but I'm going to talk about the key points on how to execute it correctly. All right, so for me, what feels the best is in this position as a setup. I drive with my shoulder, with my elbows, pulling my shoulder blades together as if I'm trying to pop my chest out and trying to get my elbows to reach each other. All right, so I'm trying to do kind of like a pinch together with my elbows. I'm trying to touch my elbows towards my back, behind my back together, popping my chest up. So when I'm pulling, I'm inhaling, driving with my elbows, popping my chest up, squeezing my back, and then controlling the weight down. So guys, inhale. The reason why I say it's inhale up, not exhale up, is because when you're pulling, right, when you're opening up, when you're doing an inhale, you're causing inspiration in the body. And each time you breathe in, your rib cage expands, all right? So I'll make another video on this, but if you do want to understand the mechanics of breathing, you want to make sure you watch Paul Chek's video, because he breaks it down really well, why you should inhale during a pull-up as opposed to, at least a wide grip pull-up, as opposed to exhaling. He breaks it down and explains it pretty well. But the breathing is going to be different if you change your grip to underhand, more of like a chin-up grip. But anyhow, to prevent this video from getting too long, make sure you check that one out. He'll explain why you do that. But yes, I inhale up, and then I control my weight down. So that's how you do pull-ups with a proper form. Also, I forgot to mention that you want to make sure you keep everything tight. So in this position, I'm really squeezing my glutes together, and I'm drawing my belly button in, keeping everything tight so that I can pull my body up as one unit, all right? So now that you know how to do the pull-up with the proper form, you want to make sure, or now I'm going to teach you how to do it, learn how to do it the easiest way, because if you don't have enough strength, you're probably not going to learn how to do it, or you're probably not going to be able to do it in the beginning well. So I'm going to teach you how to learn how to do it the easiest way with proper form, all right? So on to the next. And here we have it. The easiest way to do a pull-up is to grab a thick resistant band. Honestly, guys, this is the easiest way to learn how to do a pull-up. All you have to do is get a resistance band that takes off about 50 to 100 pounds, maybe even more depending on how much you weigh. And then you wrap it around your shins and you perform the pull-up the same exact way I just described. You want to have a slight arch in your back, popping your chest up, driving with your elbows, and inhaling and pulling yourself up. In a bit, you'll see me kind of adjust the position, kind of play around with what feels the best. I suggest you do the same. Just move the band either further down on your shin or further up on your body and see which one kind of feels the best for you. Personally, I found that just getting it close middle in the shin was what worked the best. So guys, this is the easiest way to perform a pull-up. In the next one, I'm going to show you how to do it on a Smith machine. Alright, so how to learn the pull-up on the Smith machine. You start off by kind of setting the bar at head level so that you can have room to pull yourself up. But what you see me doing here is kind of going to thoracic extension. I like to sneak in my mobility exercises on the bar when I can. I do this to kind of really mobilize my thoracic spine, my shoulder girdle. You can kind of see me doing cat-cows where I'm arching my back and then rounding my back, arching my back and then rounding my back. I spent a good minute or two in these positions to really get into any imbalances or kinks that I have, and you see me kind of stretching out my lats here as well. I do this to make sure that I really kind of minimize or mitigate the imbalances that I have from left to right, making sure that I don't have one lat tighter than the other so that I'm not pulling more on one side. So I really open up my lats, mobilize my thoracic spine, really stretch out to before I begin the pull-up in general or any exercise, so that I'm in the most optimal position possible before execution. So guys, try this out. You don't have to just do foam rolling. You can kind of be creative with what you do in terms of mobilization and stretching. And then now that once you're finished, what I do here is I get below the bar, keep my knees bent, and then set myself up by allowing my body to kind of find its best position. You can kind of see myself playing around with the best position, finding that optimal spot. So I do a mini dead hang and then some scapular retractions, keeping my back arched. So the scapular retractions is to teach your body how to pull with your back, all right? And then from here, just inhale, pull yourself up. And what I like about it, what I like about doing the Smith machine pull-up is you can control how much your arm pulls or how much your back pulls by using your legs. If you feel like you can't pull yourself up, then just use your legs to push yourself off the ground as if you're trying to do a squat or you're trying to press yourself up. So notice here, I'm kind of playing around with the ranges of motions. I'm just trying to mimic the proper pull-up as close as I can. So I'm doing a full range of motion, really propelling myself up at the top. And then from here, if it gets too easy, use one leg, and if it gets too easy, take away both legs and just progress into a pull-up as much as you can. The goal is to use as much of your upper body as possible until you feel like you can really take away both of your legs and just pull yourself up. And guys, that's exactly how you learn how to do the pull-up in the easiest way possible. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. And if you want to support me or yourself in this journey on improving your posture, make sure you check out my programs. I have a self-postural assessment where you can assess your own posture and come up with a stretching routine so you can fix your muscle imbalances. And then if you're looking for a program that can teach you how to work out, make sure you check out my flagship transformation program. It has my best knowledge teaching people as a personal trainer, absolute beginners all the way to the intermediate, how to condense your time in the gym to make sure you're working out correctly, make sure you check out that program. And if you guys have any special requests, let me know. I love making videos. I'm here to serve you guys. So yeah, just comment away, and I'll see you on the next day. Have a good one.